Hello everybody, just going to do a quick video review of the Precision Mathews PM-1440E-LB lathe. It's got a 14-inch swing and 40 inches between centers. I got this from Matt at Quality Machine Tool. He was excellent to deal with. Highly recommend him. First off, we can start by looking at all the controls here. In the back, you have a master on-off switch. See, the DRO comes to life. Down here on the master control, turn it on. This is your coolant pump. You have a stop switch, and this is your jog. Jog, if we put it in the gear here, you can push the button and get a little action on the chuck. You have to have all the safeties engaged. So that's what that does. You can hear the safety open up when you clear that. And then I typically leave it in between neutral, and that allows you to move the chuck as needed. And put it back in gear. Down here is the quick change gearbox, which controls your threading, your lead screw, and this rod right here, which engages your feet on the carriage. It came with a quick change tool post, you know, a nice lamp, work lamp, gets things nice and bright. I'll turn that off for the ease of video here. Really nice tailstock. Plenty of throw. It's like 4 inches of throw. And this is how you operate the lathe right here. Forward and reverse, normal. This is your half nut engagement. This is your power feed. This direction right here makes it go in and out this way and back, depending on your lead screw direction. And this makes it feed left and right, again depending on the lead screw direction. This big wheel moves the carriage back and forth, and this one moves it in and out. And of course this operates the cross slide, which I have currently locked. It's got a rather large chip tray underneath it. Currently you can see there's a bunch of swarf in there now. The only thing I got a gripe about is the chuck guard, when it's down, will allow things to sling off of it and up onto the wall. So I put me a little splash guard. Maybe I'll modify a little piece of rubber and have it hang from here and then maybe go to here so it keeps it off the wall and I don't have to have a piece of cardboard there. Not a big deal. So I'll give you a little bit of the rundown on it. See, let's operate it. This knob right here changes the direction of the lead screw, and you can see the directions on it. So we'll just go ahead and run that. Okay, so we come back over here, and this changes the direction of the chuck. If you want the chuck to rotate this way, press down on this, pull it away. Press down. Of course, that's the other direction, reverse. And if we have it going, there's the foot brake, which will stop this instantaneously. It disengages it, even though this is turned on. Turn it back to neutral, back to go again. Let's turn it to a slower speed, so you can see the chuck turning. Okay, I'm going to press down. Okay, and then press going up. Now if we go fast, again, we're looking at the chart here. You can see I have it set for high, and that puts me at 755. So I'll come over here and we'll engage the chuck again. Notice I'm going backwards with the chuck. If I engage my power feed, disengage that. This will be the cross feed. And again, that depends on which way the chuck is spinning and how you have that lever set. So if we have it going the correct direction, the normal direction, and then engage this, so it goes the opposite direction. Now for threading operations, we have to come down here and you set the lathe per your chart for what threading you want to do, and then we have to engage. Right now we've got the gearbox set for neutral, so we'll put it on 3, and that will now turn on the threading lead screw. You can see it's now turning as well. So the threading screw, the indicator's turning, and this is how you would start to do some threading. You engage this, at the right time. You'll see how it stops. Now we're moving at a higher rate. And you want to engage this every time at the same spot, depending on your thread. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can do threading. I personally like to do it on the same spot on 1 every time. And you cannot, if your half nut is engaged, there's a mechanical lockout. I cannot engage or even move this. So we can't have 2 feeds engaged at once. And of course, this reverses the direction of the gearbox here. Sometimes you gotta find the wiggle room there and get it to engage. There we go. So now we'll be in the opposite direction. So now we're going the other way. I hope that makes sense. We do have 2 levers on the tailstock here. One of them locks the tailstock to the bed. So we release this, your tailstock can now move, and that locks it in, and then this locks in your quill. And let it down, you can move it in and out, and then you can lock it in place and it won't move. Inside this cover on the left hand side is your change gears. You just take these, that nut right there and that nut right there off, and inside you can change some gears. I have yet to find a need to do that, but you'll see on the chart but there's different gears available, and it comes with it, but I have yet to need to change them. Mainly that's for threading operation. One of the biggest advantages of this lathe, and part of the name, is that LB, or large bore. This has a 2-inch spindle bore, which is really handy. It's really nice. The chuck that's on this is an optional chuck with reversible jaws. So you can see right there is jaw number 3. and there'll be a mark on that. That's jaw number 3. You can take both screws out, you flip it over, so you can clamp down on an outside diameter instead of an inside diameter. You can use this part to clamp down. We also have a carriage stop with a micrometer on it. You in and out, and it changes the distance this comes out. This is really nice to have because you set up for repeatability. You can prevent a crash from your tool going into the chuck. The downside to it is it has 2 bolts on the bottom side, and they're kind of a pain to get to. Not terrible, but they're not exactly easy. This also has a clutch on the lead screw here. In theory, that if you crash the machine mechanically or you overload it, that clutch will disengage and prevent any mechanical destruction of your machine. That's the clutch right there. Actually, you see the roll pin in that, so that's the clutch. I'm sorry. Overall, it's a really nice machine for the dollars. I can't complain. Matt's been really awesome to deal with. It comes with the stand. I did have to make my own leveling feet. And I made them out of carriage bolts, and then I glued a rubber washer to a standard washer. The carriage bolt just pivots on the on that hole in the washer, and it works out quite well. So there you go, the Precision Mathews PM-1440E-LB lathe with the digital readout, a quick change tool post, and it comes with other accessories as well. It came with a toolbox full of parts to change gears, a wrench, and some other things. It also came with a four jaw chuck and a faceplate. Hope you enjoy.